In 1945, Japan surrendered in World War II, and the Korean peninsula stopped being a Japanese colony. Korea wondered which path to take next. On the one hand, its ideas were promoted by the USSR, which were mainly leftist, and on the other hand, the US, who sacredly believed in right-wing ideas. Today, you have to create a society that is as fair as possible. Everything should belong to the government, and resources should be redistributed among the citizens. Absolutely not. You have to put property into private hands, and then the market itself will redistribute the resources. It will happen naturally, and you shouldn't interfere. But according to the USSR and the US, their ideologies had an undeniable advantage, and each proved it in its own way. State's absolute control of the economy guarantees not only that your citizens will not be divided into classes, but also that you will have free health care, affordable education, and 100% job security for everyone. No one would be out of work and could be assured a secure future. Believe me, a market economy encourages citizens to work harder, because the more productive they are, the greater their income becomes. In addition, by gaining economic independence from the state, your society is much faster to improve old technologies and create new ones. And such conditions maximize the attraction of external investments, which strengthens the economy even more. As a result, the attractiveness and the influence of the state is growing on a geopolitical scale. Countries also mention the shortcomings of the opposite ideology. Free capitalism will inevitably create a financial gap between social groups, creating risks for poorer part of your society, who may simply not be able to afford decent medicine and quality education. Ask yourself, do you need such citizens who will become sick and illiterate? If you take away the economic freedom of citizens, you limit the ability of the national economy to grow by holding the potential of many multi-talented people. Well, think about it. Why realize your talent if there is no opportunity to benefit from it? But if a person meets a minimum of barriers in his way, it will be much easier for him to demonstrate his maximum potential. Thus, Korea was faced a choice between guaranteeing a minimum set of goods and social equality on the one hand and freedom from state control on the other. As a result of ideological confrontation, the northern part of the peninsula preferred the one offered by the USSR. This is how the DPRK, still often referred to as North Korea, came into being. The Southerners found the U.S. proposal more acceptable. This is how the Republic of Korea, also often referred to as South Korea, came into being. The peninsula was split into two parts, two different states with two completely opposite ideologies. Later on, Northerners and Southerners tried to put the other party under the influence of their own ideology. This was the reason for the outbreak of a 3-year war between the DPRK and the Republic of Korea, which lasted from June 25, 1950 to July 27, 1953. The result of the war was the creation of a demilitarized zone on the border 4 kilometers wide and 241 kilometers long.